We're here at the Fleisher Athletic Center, EIVA Thor, with head coach Danny Goncalves. Great battle tonight here as Penn State ultimately holds off NJIT in 5 hard-fought sets. For you guys tonight, you come out, first set, you win fairly convincingly, 25-19. Let's go through that first game. What went right? How were you guys able to win that first one?
The serve and pass. I think our serve overall was very good throughout the match, but I think we were able to handle their serve and put tons of pressure offensively. I think we cited out 84%, which is awesome. And with that kind of pressure, it just ends up being it's a tough game for anybody who's playing against that.
Obviously, in game 2 and 3, the size there of Penn State obviously was an issue. But game 4, you know, you guys could have folded. Many teams would against Penn State, but you guys did not. You could see the emotion starting to take over as you were able to get those points, able to get the side outs when you needed them, and able to force that 5th set. That 4th game, what were you guys able to do to go to distance?
It's funny you mentioned. It's honestly something we've been talking about over the last week or so in our practices. Is teams will go on runs. They end up calling a timeout. We go on a 3-point run. I go, how fast was that? How fast is it? How easy is it to go on a run ourselves? Don't give up on matches. Make sure we're always fighting and competing, and always constantly trying to do the same things over and over, putting pressure on the other team until they break.
Now that 5th set, you guys have a chance here for some history. Only 1 win over Penn State ever, and that's probably true of the majority of the teams in the country. You guys had a chance early on, and then Penn State was able to pull away a little bit. What were they able to do to ultimately make that run and create some distance?
I think similar to what we did in the first set, they put a lot of service pressure on us, and I think that our passing broke down a bit, and the quality of swing went down with it, and then the pressure on them went down with it, and it just made it a little bit difficult for us to create our own points.
Now, obviously for you guys, probably not the outcome you want, obviously, with a loss. But you took them the distance, and I don't think too many folks expected NJIT to take Penn State, even a young Penn State team, the distance. For you guys to be able to have such really a positive result from a fan and outside perspective tonight, how do you build off of that now as you're just getting into a long stretch of conference play?
Well, we certainly continue to fight. Make sure we know that we're never out of a match, that we'll continue to push until it can allow us to go our way. And on the other token, take care of the small things. Make sure we're handling first ball contacts, make sure we're getting swings in certain tougher situations, making sure that we're able to try to control what we can control in every point. Well,
Jabarry Goodridge obviously is the player that everyone knows, but tonight I think you had someone else kind of rise to the occasion, and that was Ray Kowalski. Fantastic effort tonight. We look at the final stats. I mean, hit 321, 15 kills, 3 blocks. What more can you say? Kowalski, from your perspective, did he kind of step into the limelight today? He's
a player that certainly can do this. Certainly can put pressure on other teams, being left-handed, jumping well. When he has his confidence and he's able to be a little free with his serve and his attack, he does a great job. Puts up a solid block, puts a lot of pressure on their attackers to swing around, and then, you know, service ace to error here is 1 to 6, but I think it doesn't tell the whole story. I think he puts lots of pressure with his serve, maybe not getting aces, but keeping the other team off balance as well.
Oh, that's head coach Danny Goncalves. NJIT put up a fight tonight, ultimately falling to 14th ranked Penn State, 3 sets to 2.